on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes, obviously, everything that I am promoting is nonviolent.
Now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's take him out on my birthday, she says. Yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official. And so she needs to tread very carefully because nothing will happen to Elon Musk.
I participated in a Tesla takedown. That is the name of the website. And it was all about this large protest that they're calling for. And this is a nonviolent protest that they're calling for. I've also never made excuse for those violent actors, such as the ones on January 6th. So Pam Bondi, if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those guys that he let out that participated in January 6th.
Hello everyone, welcome once again to AfriPost. I hope wherever you're watching us from, you're having a great time. Now, Elon Musk has been receiving a lot of backlash over his role in helping President Trump govern in the second term. One thing we know that he's been put as the head of DOGE, a department that is focusing on streamlining government expenditure to ensure that no waste is incurred. However, there are those who have seen this as something that is impeding service delivery in different sectors. So one legislator, Jasmine Crockett, has been speaking against Trump's decision to really cut a lot of fundings, for example, in the USAID and other funding on different departments. But then there is this speech that Jasmine Crockett made calling out Trump and Elon Musk. And there are those who have really thought that Elon Musk is being targeted unfairly and that Jasmine Crockett did not deserve to say what she said. Now, Jasmine Crockett just said that Elon Musk must be stopped through all means. And it seemed this got into the skin of some of Trump's supporters. So I want you to listen to the compilation of these videos that I have here of response that white people were giving towards Jasmine Crockett and how people have reacted to it. Then we shall talk at the end. Let's watch.
Yo, Mo, somebody gonna do something about Jasmine Crockett shit, aka Jazzy Jerkoff? Nobody's gonna do nothing about that? We're not gonna put a stop to that? We're gonna condone that? That's real nice. That ghetto ass fucking jerkoff, that's what we want in our government. Real fucking nice. And we got the Democrat fucking morons, they're condoning that shit. What a fucking asshole she is. Who voted for that? Yo, if you voted for that, you're a capital fucking jerk-off. You're a fucking asshole. If you voted for that, you should be ashamed of yourself. Who wants that ghetto piece of trash in our fucking government? Real nice. Real fucking nice. Jasmine the jerk-off. Walking around like high and mighty, like she's untouchable. Watch. Pam Bondi, where you at? Fuck you at, Pam? We're gonna let that shit rock? Get that bitch the fuck out of here. We don't want her up there. Get her the fuck out of here. She makes our country look fucking bad. Her in a loud fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. Jazzy Jeff and the fucking jerk-offs. Yo, get the fuck out. We don't want you here. Get the fuck out. You don't like it? Get out. Calling for violence, assaulting reporters. Real nice. Real nice. Yo, somebody better put a lock on that. Somebody better do something about that. Pam Bondi, where you at? Yo, just go ahead and tag Pam Bondi in this and ask her where the fuck she's at. Because this fucking asshole needs to be stopped right now. We've all had enough. Again, enough of another individual. We've had enough. Enough.
I'm a little under the weather, so I apologize for the way I sound. However, I wanted to jump on here and talk about the Attorney General Pam Bondi remarks about Representative Jasmine Crockett. She's saying that she should be censured for her comments about Elon Musk and Ted Cruz, and I've also apologized for her comments about Greg Abbott. So let's cover those real quick. So Jasmine Crockett's been on a roll recently, basically stating that Elon Musk needs to be taken down, which, knowing what we know about people on social media, this is a highly irresponsible comment to make because she knows exactly what she was saying and she knows exactly how people will take that. The next thing is stating that Ted Cruz needs to be knocked in the head. Like, seriously? You know there are people out here who are willing to do such a thing. And then you would never take credit like you weren't the one that provoked it. Bondi goes on to state that she believes that Crockett needs to be censured by Congress for her remarks, stating that people don't learn. She's using her public persona and her public platform to increase her followers, to increase her significance, and she's threatening lives and safety. And if she says that she is not, well, what else would you mean by stating that Elon Musk needs to be taken down and Ted Cruz needs to be knocked over the head? Bondi goes on to state that she believes that Crockett needs to apologize immediately and denounce those remarks. And then in kind of less serious comments by Crockett, she recently also called the Texas Governor Greg Abbott, referred to him as Governor Hot Wheels, while attending a human rights campaign event. This lady is an absolute winner, isn't she? What do y'all think about this hot mess?
So Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who's black, is participating with an organization in some capacity that is protesting Elon Musk, and they're using the hashtag like Tesla takedown. And she was on a Zoom call with some of these folks the other day, and there were 4 people on screen, and at the bottom of each one of their boxes it said join a nonviolent protest, and they were talking about protesting peacefully at Tesla dealerships. Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene accused Jasmine Crockett of fomenting domestic terrorism for talking about protesting peacefully at Tesla dealerships. Then Attorney General Pam Bondi said that Jasmine Crockett is walking a fine line, implying that she was going to prosecute her. And then Pam Bondi appeared on Sean Hannity's program tonight and demanded that Jasmine Crockett apologize immediately to Tesla shareholders. This is the Attorney General of the United States of America. What the fuck? And the big protest is this coming Saturday, March 29th. There are going to be protests nationwide at every single Tesla dealership and showroom and charging station from coast to coast. Every single one of them is going to be covered. There's going to be a protest at every single one of them. And Jasmine Crockett said during this live stream, March 29th is her birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. And that's when Pam Bondi said she needs to tread carefully. That's protected speech. That is 100% protected speech. But Pam Bondi acknowledged on Hannity's show that Jasmine Crockett did not mean that Musk should be physically harmed. Nevertheless, the Attorney General added that Crockett should apologize to the entire country, especially Tesla shareholders, saying the following: however, your words have consequences. And what happened after she said that about Elon Musk? She's a Texan. And in her own home state, after she said that, this morning, 3 explosive devices were found in Austin, Texas. So she needs to unequivocally denounce the violence. She has. She must apologize immediately, not only to all Texans, but to our country, to the shareholders of Tesla, because she is promoting violence. Fuck you, Pam Bondi. That's also protected speech. Fuck you, Pam Bondi. This gaslighting bullshit, and everybody in Trump's administration simping for a businessman who's arguably still here illegally. Elon Musk has never won an election. He's never run for office. He's never been confirmed to a position in the government by the United States Senate. And he's systematically destroying the executive branch. He wants to shut down Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. He wants to make it logistically impossible for people to collect the benefits from those organizations and the VA that they're entitled to collect. According to Trump and Pam Bondi and Elon Musk, if we protest against that, however peacefully, we are terrorists. So again, I will close out this video by once again saying, fuck you, Pam Bondi.
I have some big news right now. Attorney General Pam Bondi is warning Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, telling her to, quote, tread very carefully following her recent remarks voicing support for Elon Musk to be, quote, taken down. Bondi said, quote, she, referring to Crockett, is an elected public official, so she needs to tread very carefully because nothing will happen to Elon Musk, and we're going to fight to protect all the Tesla owners throughout this country. Jasmine Crockett has repeatedly spoken out against Elon Musk and in favor of Tesla boycotts. Now, she has never called for violence at a Tesla dealership by any means, but she has said that she wants to see Elon, quote, taken down. And as a result, Pam Bondi in the Attorney General's office is actively warning Crockett about her language. Crockett has repeatedly said that her calls for action were non-violent. Bondi doubled down on her determination to rein in Tesla protests, saying, quote, we're not coming off these charges. We're looking at everything, especially if this is a concerted effort. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack shortly, so be sure to subscribe for free at the link in my bio and follow along for all the news you need to know about. We have some big news right now. Attorney General Pam Bondi is warning Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, a sitting U.S. Congresswoman, just wished for the downfall of one of America's most successful entrepreneurs, Elon Musk. Her birthday is March 29th, and she specifically said on her birthday she wants to see the takedown of Elon Musk. Really? Texas Representative Jasmine Crockett, the same woman who said that being in this country illegally is not a crime, spoiler alert, it is, now has a new obsession. Well, it's Elon Musk. She specifically said that she wants this for her birthday. And why? Well, because he's exposing corruption. What's your problem with that? Why? Because he's holding government officials accountable? God forbid he's defending free speech. We can't have that, right? Let's also not forget that this is the same Congresswoman who made some pretty ghetto comments saying that she wanted to fight Ted Cruz. And yet Democrats claim to be the party of nonviolence and tolerance? Because it sure looks like they have no problem inciting attacks on free thinkers, businesses, and individuals, well, they just simply don't like. And our new Attorney General here in the United States, well, she's putting her on notice. She said that they will continue to protect Elon Musk and that no sitting Congresswoman should be trying to incite violence. Now, of course, Jasmine Crockett tried to backtrack on this. Of course, what else would you expect? People like Jasmine Crockett, they don't want solutions, they want attention. And sadly, they think that their followers are too ignorant to see through their actions. But guess what? We do, and we're not buying it. Jasmine Crockett, a sitting U.S. Congresswoman, just wished for the downfall.
Attorney General Pam Bondi issued a public warning to Jasmine Crockett, telling her to, quote, tread carefully. Personally, what I find the most shocking about this warning is that it appears to be too little, too late. I believe there's enough evidence to arrest Jasmine Crockett and charge her with crimes. And if you think that's too extreme, at the very least, I think she should at least be censured by Congress. But before I get into all of that, let's take a look at the public warning that Pam Bondi issued.
You have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's take him out on my birthday, she says. And yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official. And so she needs to tread very carefully because nothing will happen to Elon Musk. And we're going to fight to protect all of the Tesla owners throughout this country, and it's just basic safety. Once again, domestic terrorism is going to come to a stop in our country.
So after Pam Bondi issued that very public warning, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett had the audacity to take to social media and claim that she never threatened anyone. She never incited any violence. This is her in her own words.
Just in case the slow people listening decide to click this up later, I just want to say that I have never promoted violence whatsoever, yet I've also never made excuse for those violent actors such as the ones on January 6th. So Pam Bondi, if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those guys that he let out that participated in January 6th.
First of all, whataboutism is not an argument. It is a distraction because you know you are under fire. Instead of being able to defend what she said, she is saying, hey, look over there, January 6th, because she has nothing she can say that would defend her past actions. January 6th, Jasmine, if you want to have that conversation, is a completely different conversation. Now, she says she never incited violence. She says she never said anything bad. I would like to show you your own words, Jasmine. What did you mean by this when you said that Ted Cruz needs to be hit on the head?
I think that you punch. I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. You know, I think and I love Colin, and I think towards the end he started to punch a little harder. But like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head like hard, right? Like, there is no niceties with him. Like, at all. Like, you go clean off on him, right?
So how is that not a violent threat? How is that not inciting someone to violence? There are over 360 million people in the United States. And unfortunately, with mental illness or just radicalism, heck, terrorism, your words can have a profound impact. All it takes is one crazy person to do one crazy thing, and we could be at a national crisis. As an elected leader, you have so much more responsibility. Your words carry so much more weight. So yeah, you do need to be careful with what you say. As Pam Bondi said, you need to tread very carefully. But it's not just that outright threat of violence against Ted Cruz. It was also against Elon Musk. As Pam Bondi said, Jasmine Crockett put out there, hey, just for my birthday, which is here in a few days. Today is March 24, March 29, 5 days away. Just for my birthday, someone can you just...
Now, from that engagement, you're able to see how the different people have spoken about the situation. And it seems many people are really angered by the fact that Jasmine Crockett, who is a black legislator, is really coming out strongly at opposing Elon Musk. Some people thought that Elon Musk will be invincible because of the fact that he is somebody who has a lot of inventions that are helping America. But I think there comes a time when something is going wrong, you have to be called out. So they have come out guns blazing against Jasmine Crockett just because she's spoken. However, while I also pick some wrong things that she did, for example, referring to Texas governor as Governor Hot Wheels, I think that was so much distasteful from her because governor was paralyzed when he was 26 or 29 years old, and I think he has always been on that wheelchair ever since. And it is a medical condition that I think we cannot make jokes about. So the entire issue about Jasmine Crockett opposing Trump and Elon Musk and how whites have come out to really call out her opposition is something that is worth studying because it really reveals how America's society is. You might think that you are together because you are black or you are a black Republican, so there is a sense in which you could be considered to be a member of the family. But that is not the case. Once you are black, your issue will be addressed the way it is. Because there are also Democrats who are white who have opposed Trump and Elon, and they have not received the kind of backlash that Jasmine Crockett is really receiving right now. So it shows you the double life that America is, the lie that America is today. So tell me down in the comment section what you think. Do you think Jasmine Crockett was out to really show malice against Elon Musk, or it is just white America coming out and identifying itself as it has always been against blacks? Tell me whatever you think about that in the comment section. And if you're watching us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and also share. Thank you, and may the good Lord bless you. Goodbye.